Hey, ik ben Felicity en ik wil graag een platina blond wolfcut.
Okay. Felicity wants platinum blonde wolf cut and she turns around to show you her current hairstyle. First time modeling, so let's start on her. Start with bleaching the hair. Hello friends on YouTube. It's got me a new model. Now you see she lighted up her hair already herself and tried to get into the blondest color but didn't get it into that light color. So she came by the salon and had a conversation with my daughter about color, and then my daughter asked her to model for me, and now she's here with her mother. So I have somebody who is above the 18 with me. Say something, Mom.
Hallo.
Oh, you hear Mom on the background. That's a beautiful young lady. So I want to stay the hairs in a wonderful condition. So I made the two bleaches. I made the bleach on 3%, that's 10 volume, and I made the one on 6%. Start with the 3% on the natural color, then in the lighted colors I go in with the 6%. This because it takes the same time, and I put also a color into the bleach, so I have extra protection, and I put in a step 1 of the glint line. So I have 2 times the same effect, but the color I put in is an 11 color, it's cold blonde color. Put on my own protection, of course. Start on top. Start with the 3% 10 volume. And in this color is also a Vario blonde. This is a product of Schwarzkopf and it's pure violet. And because I put step 1 in of the glint line, it won't heat up. So don't over oxidate the hairs. Take every time a small part. And make sure all the hairs get this 10 volume 3% product. When I bleach hair, I will always want to travel fast, because the less time I take to put on the product, the less damage I have over the total hair. Because when you start on bleaching and you have, for example, 30 minutes, the first part is 30 minutes on, so it damages more than the rest. Because you always target on the last put in bleach. That's why. But so I do all hair.
Nou, elk nadeel heeft een voordeel.
Ja, zeker. Dat is altijd. Nou, dat is echt een keigrote bak en die is helemaal op je haar verdwenen. All the 3% color is on our hair. So now I take a chopstick, lay the hairs back, and work from the underlines to the upper lines. Go in with my 6% 20 volume and apply this on the length. And make sure I put it on rich. And building up to the top again. And so I do all our hair. All the bleach on the hair. First 15 minutes I leave it this way, so I just give the air some space and the products to damp out a bit, and then I close it. And then afterwards I'll tell you how long it took to get this. And I really take you into the sink so you can see when I rinse it out the color it's getting. Again, rinse it out. And be sure all the product is out of the hair. 40 minutes from the time we started on the bleach. The first 30 minutes I let the bleach totally open. So the hair is not warm at all. It's just a cool process. And now I'm gonna rinse it out. Ik mag even tegenaan gaan, alsjeblieft. Take not too warm water. What I told you, the total process is very cool. You can see it also on the skin. There are no pink colors on the skin lines. And what I did is I made on the start of bleaching on 3% a stand volume base at 10, 11. That's a cool color of rover hair. Put in a conditioner, and then I take as a toner over this total process, and it's the same color I put into the bleach when I started to protect the hairs from damaging, because I want to leave the hairs in the best condition. But first I have to rinse out the bleach, and then I used on the bleach the process, the color. And the color takes out also the restovers of the peroxides, because they're just a normal color, so they develop on the restover of the bleach. Set her a little bit more straight. Give her some flexible rubber into the sink, so that you can lean on this. Come in with my rover product. I made this in front, so when I started to color the hairs, to bleach them, I made this product, so all the hard things that could be into the product are gone. And all, because also it's just a 3% 10 volume product. It reduces a lot of the yellows. And there's no damp coming off of this product, so it's just cool to work with. Massage is good into the hairs. Making sure all the hairs get the product. Again, rinse it out and be sure all the product is out of the hair. I take a no yellow conditioner. And this reduces the last yellow colors in the hair. This is also a vegan product. Rinse it out. Nee, ik zit Engels te praten. Vertel wat ik het uitzoek. And then you see what the product does. Gives that cool platinum blonde color. And a real smoothness to the hairs. But to make it even more smooth, I tell you a lot about 10. It's a product of Glint. This apply on the hair is a fluid. And this you use for 10 seconds on the hairs. And mostly I take Olivia garden brush to brush it through the hairs. And do this for 10 seconds. This closes the hairs and gives a wonderful shine and a good condition to the hairs. Putting on the protection, the neck paper. Now she likes to get wolf cut. So I'm gonna make with that. Wolf cut is a layered hairstyle. The wolf cut is a layered hairstyle. And because I bleach the hair, I'm gonna do this with a hot tool. The hot tool is that nice that it doesn't damage the hairs at all. So it gives that wonderful ends on the hairs for a long, long time. Now there's just some layering in the front, not more than that. So that will be a lot more. Stand in front of her and watch what she already has. Don't take too much off, just a little bit. A wolf cut travels also a bit more to the sides. So it's a bit wider fringe effect. What I told you, the tool is 190 degrees Celsius. So I don't have to use force, it travels very lightly through the hairs. And in the first part of the fontanelle, I take all the hairs to the front. Then I take a line behind it from the center, take it up and take it over. Make sure I stand in front of her, watch at the natural lines of her beautiful skull, go in and create my first layering. Now of course I have a guideline, so you can watch with me what I do. The guideline is laying here. Take the hairs over on the center of a skull and go in. Take the hairs to the front. Again, watch over the center lines. And every time take new layers on it. And use only the top above the skull bone. Travel over the same line. Up to the other side. Of course, on her right side, I do the same. Take the hairs just above the ears, get them on the center line, set her, her face in a straight position so you can see the lines. Make the fringe a bit rough. To get that more that wolfy effect. Go from the center of the skull on the back. Take the hairs to the front. Take them high up. Now I go twisting the hairs and I work till I get on the start of the skull, so I get a new layering in. And do this in a twisted hair, so I get a rough effect on top. Of course, when I lay this back, I have more layers to the back, but also on top it's more layered. Go back to the center line, twist them, and in the opposite lines with my hot tool get some fresh layering in. The more I go to the back, the more I take the hairs to the front. This I do because when I take the hairs to the front like I did in the first place, the center lines always are longer. So I want to have the same layering all over. Watch where I get my guidelines when they are laying here. Now you're getting that rough effect. Take the lines off the back. Turn a bit so you can see this. Off the center line, off the back, to the front. Pull them into the line of the skull lines and get rid of the layering, but slipping to the front. Take a half centimeter off the line I just did, go to the front, je legt de hand zo, raak ik je kwijt. And do the same. In a freehand style I travel over all the lines so you can see if I have done all the lines. Still have a lot of length in the back. Do this of course on both sides. Dus dat draait je, dat is wel weg. Een hekel aan me. Zeg dat maar.
Nee.
What I did on the other side, in a freehand style, just travel slightly over the lines, just for freehand control. Now come on the center of the back. Part hairs on the skull bone. Pin up the hairs on top. Put the head to the front, knowing that you want the length on shoulder length. Now here are her shoulders, go in. And because it's a wolf cut, I don't make a straight line. Just take the tip of my knife and keep the line nice and playful. Then I take a part of 2 centimeters. That's just above the skull bone. Take this and put some extra layering in this. So it gives a rougher effect on top of this line. Take a new line on it. Watch the lines. Lay them over. And now I'm going to follow the lines I created in the center line. So lift the hairs over, watch through the hairs. In a freehand style, of course, you don't take lines that are on, don't connect them, but just in my gut feeling, I know where to connect the lines. Take, of course, the right side over to the left side. Watch again to the lines that I created, but also the lines of her skull. Go in. And create that roughness. Coming to the last lines. take them to the back and just roughen them. Take them to the front. Kun je wel voelen, hè, een stukje af is, hè? And again, take them to the front. Watch at the layering. Now I find the layering in the center a bit boring, so I'm going to take it a little bit more. Take it high up, hold it in an angle, twist it around, go from the front. And this you can only do with a hot knife, otherwise you would damage the hair too much. And the nice thing of the wolf cutters, you can see it also in wet hair, that you get a volume here, and it's hanging down like, wild. So you have more power into the hairstyle. But so far the hairstyle, so now I can dry her hair. Now to style her hair, I start with a volume product, because the wolf cut is a wild hairstyle, so I need some volume. She has hair enough. Brush this through. It's a paddle brush of Ergo. Take a large brush, I'm gonna make it wild. Take a large brush and make it wild. Give it as much volume as I can. Nou, kijk, zien een mooie kleur is. Mooie kleur, hè?
Ja.
Maar voel je ook hoe lekker je haar is. Want normaal zou je met zo'n ronde borstel gewoon blijven hangen, maar omdat je thermisch gedaan hebt, blijft hij niet hangen.
Wel heel fijn.
Je houdt echt zo mooi haar. Of aan blow drying.
Oké.
Bos haar. Even kijken hoe leuk product is voor jou niet. Now in her case, because it's a wolf cut, I use Dirty Angel of Attitude. It's a real nice product. You just spread it between the hairs. It's a dry shampoo with styling. It gives a fresh effect on the hairs. For those who have greasy hairs, also you can wash less with this. And then with your fingers, you roughen it up a bit. And you can feel it, because then on the skin it's get real rough. But it needs to be, because it's a wolf cut or not. And see how beautiful the skin tones become with this hair color. Wolf cut always brings out the skull. So you do this. Neckline.
Oh.
Now thank you for being my model. Thank you for watching. Ask her to turn around to show you the end result. We see each other next video. And maybe she will be more on my YouTube channel. Vreemd hè? We doen even zo natuurlijk voor de fun.
Ja.
Stuurkapsel. Felicity wants platinum blonde wolf cut and she turns around to show you her current hairstyle. First time modeling.